Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to online class. Study social science, fun class, and always be happy in this class. Hello all my students. Today we will discuss the effect of economic, social, political, cultural, and educational cooperation on life in ASEAN. When we are in relationship with the another person, we will surely experience happiness because of that friendship. But we will also certainly encounter problem with that friendship. So also happen in cooperation between countries in Asia. Sometimes we benefit from friendship, but sometimes we also get a problem from friendship. That is called effect. First, what's about economic effect? In 2015, Asian leaders an agreement to hold single international market called MEA. Asian Economic Society. Why Asian country established MEA? Why is MEA? MEA aim to compete with other countries, especially India and China, to attract foreign investors. Do you know why Asian, especially Indonesia, is flooded with Chinese product? For example, mobile phone. Do you know which country make Oppo? That's right, from China. That's not it. OnePlus, Vivo, Xiaomi, Realme, Huawei, with the various types. By joining the MEA, a country has the opportunity to offer and sell goods and services to Asian countries. So we have the opportunity to offer our product to other countries. By seeing this condition, it means that Southeast citizens will compete with each other to be professional workers in Asian countries. The effect is every country is Asian will prepare their human resources to be skillful in every field. So try to make your own product. Because economic activities such as production of goods, distribution and consumption are widely opened and competing freely among Asian countries. The next impact is social effect. The different social condition and status of Southeast Asian people who live side by side sometimes lead to conflict because of different interests. In 2015, thousands of Myanmar refugees flooded the neighboring country, namely Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia by boat. These refugees became known as boat people. ASEAN urges its member country to temporarily accept the boat people for humanitarian consideration. This migration effect, the dynamic of the number of population of a country both for refugees and refuge destination countries. For more detail, let's see. Check it out.
After enduring so much fear, finally some kindness. Facing an uncertain future about whether or not they would be allowed to enter Indonesia, local people in this community carried the Rohingya refugees from this boat and into safety. The group had spent weeks, possibly months, at sea, old and young all crammed together and sharing the same trauma. Local fishermen found them earlier this week in a sinking boat in the waters around the province of Aceh. The fishermen had tried to transport the group, but their engine failed, so they sent others to tow them to shore. As they approached the shore on Wednesday, it was already dark. Some Aceh authorities had even considered sending them back to sea.
We're planning to fix the boat and will then give them more logistics. Then we will push them away from Indonesian territory, guarded by the Navy.
The local community and human rights groups disagreed.
Under international law, Indonesia had the obligation to protect and to rescue people at risk of serious harm. And refusing to rescue them, or even worse, putting traumatized people back on boats and sending them into the dangerous waters, are clear violations of international law.
For years, Rohingya refugees have tried to reach Indonesia and Malaysia by boat, fleeing atrocities in Myanmar. The Indonesian government says its policy has always been to work with other countries in the region to stop what it calls unsafe journeys and facilitate the voluntary repatriation of Rohingya refugees. The Indonesian foreign minister says the government will take steps to stop boat journeys like this.
And based on humanitarian consideration, we give these people emergency assistance. At the same time, we will continue to work with countries in the region through various mechanisms on early detection measures, as well as to prevent both people to take unsafe journey at sea from the country of origin.
Just what that emergency assistance from the government entails is unclear, but the community in Aceh is already showing its compassion and willingness to help. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.
Next, political effects, for example, territorial border dispute. The issue of territorial border is a problem in several Asian countries, such as the Natuna Island case, the Sipadan case, Likitan case. The Natuna case began with a unilateral claim by China in 2009. Through a 9-point drawing thrown from the separately island in the middle of the South China Sea, and in that way claimed Natuna Island as its exclusive economic zone area. Another example of a political effect is the migrant worker. The rapid pace of globalization is increasing the number of migrant workers from various countries. The large number of migrant workers require a role of protection of rights and obligations that should be agreed upon by the countries of origin and destination countries. Some cases of migrant workers that have become to the attention of Asian countries include cheap forced labor of foreign worker, and trafficking of migrant domestic worker. Do you know Asian Cultural Festival? This festival is an event to link and introduce the culture of fellow Asian countries. For Indonesia, this activity is one way to obtain foreign exchange from the tourism sector. Do you ever heard Asian Cultural Camp? This camp is aimed at mentally and spiritually fostering insight into cultural, nationalities, science and technology, brotherhood and friendship, skill enhancement and sport, as well as community care. There is something interesting for you: music industry. Music is one of the product of culture. Nowadays, music has become one of the branch of industry that can be enjoyed by anyone and everywhere. In Southeast Asia, the type of music varies. In Indonesia, one of the distinctive music is dangdut music. The quality of education and competent graduates change the paradigm of education in each country. Object of learning, learning method, and competent teacher make the people of Asian country, especially students, will access information and learn to improve their education. First, we discuss the social impact of ASEAN on the Rohingya community. Your task is to find out why the Rohingya community came to Indonesia. What's really happened? Please write based on your search. After finding out from variety of reliable sources, write down your personal opinion. Send your opinion in our class. That's the end of our meeting. And please stay at home, study hard, and don't forget to pray. Mr. Yudono, good evening.